Hey, what's up, guys? And yeah, welcome to the final episode of What If Naruto Had Multiple People Sealed Inside of Him. Yeah, guys, this is the final episode. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this series so far, but don't be sad, guys, because soon new What If will be out. So don't be sad, you'll be getting lots of brand new What Ifs from me, guys. So, go ahead and check out the new episode of What If Naruto Returned Different after his training trip that I posted on this channel, and enjoy that. I also posted a brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Neglected by Everyone, so go ahead and check out that as well, guys. And over on Anime King 2, I posted What If Aizuna Uchiha was Naruto's ancestor, and I also posted a brand new episode of What If Naruto was a vampire over on Anime King 2. So go ahead and check out that and enjoy. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join Anime King and Anime King 2 and become a part of the Anime King family. And yeah, without further ado, let's begin this new episode. Start the intro.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their nails.
So, the last time we left off, Elizabeth and Rayman told Naruto that he needed help, and he needed to go to the other multiverse and ask for the strongest warrior's help. So the first place Naruto went was to talk to a man named Goku, as Naruto saw him and the other man fighting, but Goku was ecstatic and wanted the battle, as he asked if he was going to fight strong opponents, which Naruto said yes. After that, he went as he visited another universe of himself. This was Otsutsuki Naruto, as Otsutsuki Naruto was in charge of the whole elemental nations. There hasn't been any challenge since he took care of the Otsutsukis and took over the planet. So he was gladly to follow Naruto and see this battle. Naruto then went to another universe with himself, as this one was dark. He had 11 tails behind him. He was something else, as he didn't want to help Naruto one bit, as he tried to kill Naruto, as Elizabeth came there and took Naruto away. He then went as he visited Ichigo, a Soul Reaper, as he asked for his help, as he told him that the Light Maker will come to other multiverse and try to destroy them, so they have to stop him now, as Ichigo accepted. After that, they went to the One Punch Man universe, as they went and talked to Saitama, as he was also ecstatic to fight someone who's strong enough to make him not kill them with a single punch. And with that, Naruto gathered all the members that he needed, as Elizabeth told him that he couldn't gather anymore, saying that one universe cannot hold such power. As he understood, he then came back, as Elizabeth did something that he never thought she would do. She merged all of them, all of their power into Naruto, as Naruto came back to Earth to fight the Light Maker, as Naruto challenged him, as Naruto got the one up on him and slammed him into the ground and started to punch him in the face. But the Light Maker shrugged it off like it was nothing, as Rayman and Elizabeth realized something was wrong. Naruto was not using the full power. It seems like he was holding himself back. It seems like he was afraid, as Naruto has went through so much in the void suffering. His mind is holding back all of the true power. The Light Maker told him he always wanted to travel to the other multiverse, so it's time for him to finish up things here, as Eva and Chao appear in front of him, as the both of them smile seeing Naruto. But the Light Maker did something unthinkable, right in front of Naruto, as he sliced their head off. It was then that Elizabeth and Rayman, who were watching from their godly realm, felt the dam break. So yeah, guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So yeah, guys, let's get into the final episode of What If Naruto Had Multiple People Sealed Inside of Him. We start this episode with Naruto as he was floating in an empty white void. There was nothing there until his feet touched the ground. When it did, the entire place lit up, as it was now beautiful, luscious forest. And to his surprise, Hinata, Teiwaya, Haku, all of them, all of the Fuhen members are there, Negi, all of them, Tsunade. What? Said Naruto, as he looked at them. All of them walked over towards him, as Negi spoke. Naruto, we never left you, Negi said. We were always at your side. It's time that you fix this wrong on the world, and end the Light Maker. You have the power, so release it. Release it, Negi said. Back in the real world, Light Maker, even after consuming that orb that had so much power, millions of years of power inside of it, he was sent flying back as he crashed through a house. It was not from fighting or anything, it was from the aura that Naruto was releasing. This damn idiot. What is he doing? And this power, how did he get so strong, Light Maker said, as the earth started to crack under Naruto's feet. The entire earth was shaking, as everyone started to fall over, as the Light Maker just saw a huge beam of light erupted from Naruto's position, as the ground was breaking apart. Everything was shaking, the earth was getting unbalanced. Naruto's power was leaking into the core. The Light Maker quickly flew up into the sky, as he was flying away, retreating. As the people saw this, as they wondered what the hell is going on. As Tsunade saw that, a huge ripple released from Naruto, tearing everything around him apart. As the Light Maker flew out of space. Lucky as he did, the entire earth exploded. The entire earth just blew to pieces. The Light Maker couldn't believe what he was seeing. That power he just felt was on a totally different level. As he wondered how. How did Naruto gain that power? As the Light Maker quickly looked to his left, as he opened a pocket dimension, he looked inside and saw five balls, as they had pure dark energy inside of them. He smiled upon seeing those. I wonder, did that explosion kill him? The Light Maker said, as he was floating out of space. His eyes then went wide, as he saw Naruto standing there. His entire body had a white aura surrounding all of it. His eyes were completely white. His hair was white and flowing in the air. His entire body has changed, it has gotten more muscular. And he looked more of an adult. As Naruto flew in space, looking around his hands, he looked at the destruction that he caused. Once I end this, I'll remake the earth. I'll bring all of you back, Naruto said. As he snapped his head towards the Light Maker, the Light Maker smirked. Just because you got a power up, don't think that you can beat me, boy. I made you suffer for 3 years. I will do it again. As Light Maker pointed his hand towards Naruto, a beam of light fired from his 5 fingers. They crashed into Naruto. But Naruto didn't even budge. As Naruto stood there, unaffected by that, the Light Maker smirked. Oh, you can handle that. Let's see how you do with this one, he said. As he lifted up his hand, a ball started to form. It grew and grew and grew until it was the size of the moon. As the Light Maker smirked, take this, he said as he threw it towards Naruto, as it exploded upon contact. As the Light Maker smirked, really think that you can defeat me, huh? The Light Maker eyes then went wide, as Naruto didn't even move from his position. As Naruto finally spoke, it's time that I end this. That key you have inside of you can fix back all of this. It can rewrite reality and save everyone. But first, I have to kill you and rip it out of your corpse. The Light Maker smirked. Just because you have gotten stronger, that doesn't mean you can beat me. But those words died in his throat, as Naruto was a great distance away from him. Naruto had his arm in his hand. As Light Maker looked, his arm was gone. As Naruto threw his arm in space and it was just floating. This speed is still new to me, said Naruto. The Light Maker appeared above Naruto as he brought down a sword. But Naruto spun around and caught it with 2 fingers. As he snapped the sword into pieces. The Light Maker quickly regrow his arm as he released a beam that headed towards Naruto's stomach. Naruto slapped it away. "Enough of your games," Naruto said, as the Lightmaker started to dress back, but Naruto blinked out of existence and appeared behind him. As the Lightmaker's eyes went wide, as Naruto ran his hand through his chest, as the Lightmaker started to cough up blood, but he then smirked. "You fool. You have to completely get rid of me to get the key. And it won't be so easy," he said as he gripped on Naruto's hand. His entire body started to glow, and then boom! He exploded, holding on to Naruto. There was then a distortion in reality, as the Lightmaker was reborn. "With this key, I am a god. I have the power to rewrite reality. It doesn't matter how strong you are, I don't know how you got so strong. But you still cannot beat me, and you should..." But those words died in his throat, as Naruto appeared in front of him and grabbed his face. The both of them blinked into a planet, as the Lightmaker was beyond shock. Naruto was moving so fast that it was like he was frozen in time. As Naruto blinked away, but it was pure speed. The Lightmaker found himself crashing through a planet. As he couldn't believe it, Naruto was holding on to his face, driving his face through the other side of the planet, bursting right through it. As the both of them were back in space, the Lightmaker grabbed on Naruto's hand as he tried to twist Naruto's hand and break it, but Naruto wasn't budging. He brought up his leg to kick Naruto, but Naruto grabbed his leg with his other hand. As Naruto spun him, as the both of them spin out of control, as the both of them went flying, as they fly into the next planet beside them, they crashed inside of it, as this planet was inhabited. As the Lightmaker jumped back, he then pointed his hand at Naruto. "It doesn't matter who you are, I already told you, I'm a god, you're nothing but an insect," he said, as he pointed his hand towards Naruto, as he released a deadly beam. As the beam ran through the planet, striking the core, as the Lightmaker vanished, as everything exploded. As he was watching from a space view, with a smirk on his face. "Now that should be enough to hold you down for a minute or two," he said. But before he could do anything else, a fist tear right through his stomach, as a gaping hole was in his stomach. As Naruto pulled back his fist, as he drive it in the Lightmaker's face, sending him right into Mars, as the both of them crashed on the planet, and they started their battle. As the Lightmaker was sending punches after punches, but neither of them were affecting Naruto. As Naruto grabbed onto him and tossed him up in the air, Naruto then chanted as he created an arrow that was distorting the planet atmosphere. As the planet started to shake, it was holding so much power. The Lightmaker saw that. He started to back away, even though he had the power to rewrite reality. If Naruto was able to completely destroy his body, the key will leave him, and he will be dead. As he started to fly away, as he realized that arrow was on position, everywhere that he was going, he was coming after him. He stopped as he pumped a great portion of his power right in front of him, creating a massive shield. As the arrow connected with the shield, creating a boom, tearing through the atmosphere of Mars, as the planet was set off balance. As the both of them continued their battle, Lightmaker soon come to realize he was no match for Naruto, as Naruto slapped him around as he crashed into the planet. Naruto raised his hand as a huge ball the size of the moon was created, as Naruto thrust it down on him. The Lightmaker eyes snapped wide open as he placed both of his hands forward as he started to pump most of his power, as he released a beam of light that teared through the air and connected with the ball. As both of them exploded, the planet couldn't take much more, as the Lightmaker flew up, trying to get past Naruto, but Naruto appeared in front of him in a second and grabbed his leg, and twisted and brought him down back with a boom. As Naruto appeared in front of him and stomped in his face, Naruto then grabbed him by the shirt and threw him up in the air, as Naruto delivered 5 direct punches to his stomach, as his eyes were pulsating out. As Naruto started to knock him silly, the wind and the life was being knocked out of him, as Naruto planted his leg into the Lightmaker's face, breaking his jaw in the process. Lightmaker was sent flying as he crashed into a small hut, just made out of dirt and gravel. As Naruto came down and stomped into his belly, as he coughed up a lot of blood, the Light Maker then stretched out his hand as he levitated a huge piece of boulder and crashed it right into Naruto, knocking Naruto off of him. He quickly opened the pocket dimension as Naruto noticed that, as he took out those 5 orbs, as he swallowed them. As Naruto stood there, as the Light Maker smirked, "That one orb you planted back then, it was enough to make me 10 times stronger. But these, I placed them in my own special condition. I distorted the time around them, so it's been charging for over 10 million years each," the Light Maker said, that smirk on his face, as his body started to glow, but with a dark aura instead. As he erupted in pure darkness, his entire body exploded, and it started to reform. The power was just so great, but it was not his usual features. He was different. He was like a shadow, just pure darkness. The only thing you could see was 2 red eyes. For the rest of his body, it was completely black. As he looked at Naruto and smirked, "Now, kid, let me show you the power of a god," he said. As he thrust forward, he smashed his fist into Naruto's face, as Naruto was sent flying as he was in space. As the both of them started to collide, slamming their fists together, as it created shockwaves. The shockwave was enough to destroy a planet, rip it into pieces. Aliens, different creatures on that planet, all of them were killed at that second. But Naruto is going to bring them all back, as he vowed to himself. Both him and the Light Maker went like this for about 10 minutes. As the Light Maker was beyond pissed, even with all of this power, Naruto was still keeping up with him. As he decided no more, he screamed, as he released pure dark energy from his body. He flew straight up. As he raised his hand, all of the surrounding planets that were near to him started to break and wither away, as he was sucking all life and energy from them, combining it with his own power. As Naruto, eyes went wide. Meanwhile, Liz and Rayman were watching. "How is this even possible?" said Liz. "How is he still this strong?" "Those balls," said Rayman. "They have been charging power for those long years. But something is still off. Something is still wrong with Naruto." "Yeah, I see too," said Liz. As they watched Light Maker chuckle, as he chuckled a dark chuckle. "Take this! I'll end you for once and for all, and this stupid universe," he said. "After I'm done here, I'll just go to another multiverse." As he threw down the ball, as Naruto could have dodged it. But suddenly, 5 other Light Makers appeared, as they grabbed onto Naruto. Naruto tried to fight them off, but it was too late, as the ball came down on him and consumed him. As Naruto was in the dead center, the explosion didn't went off yet. As Naruto could feel his body, his skin being torn away. But then it happened. There was a click in his mind. The Light Maker chuckle quickly stopped, as he saw his ball wasn't exploding. Instead, it just vanished. "What the hell just happened?" he cursed as he looked around. He then noticed something. Naruto stood there with a smile on his face. "What did you do?" the Light Maker asked. "I just realized something. You and I are not on the same level," said Naruto. "What is that supposed to mean?" asked the Light Maker. "Well, for one thing, this guy, Goku that I met, he's on a total different level than you. Even Osusuke Naruto is very powerful. Ichigo, the Soul Reaper, and Saitama, their power, all of it is inside of me. But I've been holding back myself, thinking that I wasn't strong enough to face you. But when the right matter is that I'm far above you, it is not my power I'm sensing that is weaker. It is yours," Naruto said. "And now let me show you." As Naruto started to scream, as his entire body started to do the same thing as the Light Maker, it then exploded, as it couldn't contain the power and in his place was left a being made out of pure white. His eyes were completely white, his entire body shined in the universe, lighting up everything around it. The light maker was given a second to think as Naruto appeared in front of him and grabbed his throat. It doesn't matter how strong you are. This is for everything that you have done, Naruto said, as he pulled back his fist. He drove it in the light maker's stomach. The light maker's eyes went wide. That fist made him release all of the dark energy that he had gathered so far. As his body returned back to normal. How is this even possible, he said, coughing up a lot of blood. I told you, we're not on the same level, said Naruto, as he did a roundhouse kick and slammed his feet into the side of Lightmaker's face, as his jaw exploded upon contact. Blood was rushing down. As Naruto then brought down his legs for an ox kick and knocked it right in his head. Naruto then grabbed his foot before he could go any lower, as he threw him back in the air. As Naruto pointed his two fingers forwards, and a beam burst from it, piercing through the Lightmaker's stomach. The Lightmaker coughed up some blood as he found it hard to regenerate, as Naruto was upon him in seconds and started to beat the absolute crap out of him, throwing him through literal planets, as the planets exploded on impact. Because of Naruto staying on them too long, his power was so great it threw off the planet gravity, and it just went crazy. The core in the planet couldn't contain a power like that being near to it, and it exploded. Right now he was on a different level, as Elizabeth and Raymond were watching. This is the true power of all of them combined. The Light Maker was broken as he was just floating in space. His body was a mess, blood was leaking from almost everywhere all over him, as Naruto's hand was around his throat. This is for everyone, Naruto said, as he pulled back his fist as it started to glow. All the light, all the whiteness from Naruto's body went into his fist. The Light Maker's eyes went wide as Naruto's fist made contact with his chest. His entire body exploded upon contact. The last thing he saw was Naruto's fist coming towards him, and then nothingness. As Naruto watched, as he saw the key just floating there, as he quickly rushed over and grabbed it. As he did, he was teleported. As he was back with Elizabeth and Raymond. Is it over? Naruto asked. As Raymond smiled. Everything is over, Raymond said. Now, before anything further, Raymond pointed his hand and Naruto's 4 white lights emerged from him. As Liz waved them off. What did you do? Naruto asked, as he felt that great power vanished from him. Oh, we send them back to their universe, Raymond said. Now, you. As Liz looked at him. Look at the destruction that you caused, she said, as she showed him the universe. Well, I guess I got a bit carried away, said Naruto. Don't worry, at least we can fix that, she said. As she picked up the key, she then placed it on Naruto's chest, as Naruto felt a burning sensation as the key was burned inside his skin. What now? Naruto asked. It's time for you to fix everything, said Raymond. Huh? Said Naruto. Yes, said Elizabeth. The Light Maker used the key to rewrite reality and change everything. You can do the same. This is the last time that you will see us, Uzumaki Naruto. Fuhen Namikaze. Huh, you really have a long name. But yeah, this is the last time that you will see us. Once you rewrite reality, everything will be back to normal. You will be back in your world. You will still have your memories and everything. But you can't let anyone in the elemental nations remember anything. Why? Naruto asks. Because they have been through a lot. I don't think their body and their mind can keep up with all that information. Most of them would need years of therapy to get over that. So it's best if you just take away all the Light Maker memory out of their mind and let them live at peace. Your world is free from all enemies right now. Orochimaru, that masked guy who claimed to be Madara, all of them are gone. And with the key inside of you, you have the power. You have the power to change reality. So, you guys are just gonna leave this key with me? It was created by magic wielders. We have no Saying that, she said, "And we trust you. You're a good person," she said. "Really? What if I were to use this to conquer the world or something?" As Raymond chuckled, as he patted Naruto on the back. "Well, because we know you won't do that. So we wish you well." "Wait," Naruto said, as the both of them vanished. "Damn those people," he cursed. "They didn't even tell me how to do this." I wonder if as he started to tap the place on his chest where the key was. Suddenly he was in a white empty plane. As he felt it, the power of creation. As Naruto started, as the world, everything that destroyed was being reformed. Everything that him and the Light Maker broke, the elemental nations were being reformed. The people were appearing out of thin air, all of them. Had no memories of what just happened. All of them fresh. The Fuhen, every member as Negi, everyone was coming back alive. Everything was being rewritten back into reality, as no one remembered anything. Time skip. Naruto found himself in the forest of Konoha. "It worked," he said, as he was huffing. "Man, that took a lot out of me." As he then entered back into the village. The moment he entered, he saw the people walking around. Neither of them had any sad, depressing look on their faces. They looked normal, as he quickly went to the Fuhen compound. "Hey, Naruto. What's up? I thought you were going on a mission," said Negi. As Naruto turned and saw him, Naruto quickly ran up to Negi and gave him a hug. As Negi patted him on the back awkwardly. "Hey, what's wrong?" Negi asked, as Naruto wiped his eye. "Nothing. Everything is completely fine," Naruto said. As Eva ran out. "Naruto, I thought you already left." "No, I'm here," he said. "Well, come on. Aren't we going to go on that mission?" "What mission?" Naruto asked. "You forgot already?" said Teiwaya. "Remember, we must go to the sand and help them out with that large bandit situation." "Huh. I guess I forgot," said Naruto. After they finished the mission and came back home, Naruto was surrounded by all Fuhen members, as he wanted to talk to them about something important. "So, what is it?" some of them asked, as they were really tired as they want to go to sleep, as they also went on some long missions as well. "Well," said Naruto, "I'm here to talk about the key." "Huh?" said Negi. "But we don't have all key fragment yet." "Well, that is where you're wrong," Naruto said as he pulled down his shirt. "What's that?" asked Eva. "Well, this is it." "What are you talking about?" Eva said. "Well, I know you guys aren't going to believe me really quickly, but just let me explain." For the next 2 hours, Naruto explained everything that happened, but he left out the gore part, like part of them suffering and the Light Maker breaking them. He just told them that the Light Maker destroyed the world, and he got help from some powerful beings, and he killed him. As most of them didn't really understand what the hell was he talking about, as he had no memory of this, but Naruto told them that he rewrite reality, and now he's in control of the key. As all of them couldn't believe this. With him having that, he could basically do everything that he wanted. He was like a god, but Naruto was responsible. And also, Elizabeth kind of stuck the key inside of him, so he cannot really get it out. So after that, everyone went off, as they were still a bit confused on what he was talking about, but they understand the drift. At least he saved all of them, which they know he could. He also left out the part about Negi and all of them being killed first. He just told them the Light Maker destroyed the world with all of them inside of it, and him suffering in a void, which made many of them sad. But now that all that is over, the village is at peace. Time skip. 20 years later, we currently have the 6th Hokage in the office. That is none other than Naruto Fuhen. Negi has taken over, the leader of the Fuhen clan, seeing that Naruto had more bigger responsibilities for the entire village as the Hokage. Things has really changed. The village is in a wonderful peaceful state. Konoha is the strongest village and will always stay that way, but it is far, extremely strong right now, seeing that at least 3 Fuhen members can go to a village and wipe it out completely, even one of the great nations. Naruto, with his combination eyes, they have changed. Over the years, he's kept up his training and still getting stronger, just to ensure anything in the future come, he can face it. His eyes are now different, and they are basically stuck this way. If you look into his eyes, you can see a blue orb. It changed color on his different reactions like anger, sadness, and pleasure. As Naruto's eyes has evolved to the state far from any other Fuhen member, his visual prowess are on a different level. As Naruto was snapped out of his thoughts when he heard some knocking on his door, a lot of them to be exact. The door then burst open. Dad! 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 As 5 small children ran inside. Behind them was 6 children in their 11 to 12 years old. As they looked at Naruto, "Huh? Dad, you're not done yet?" one of the boys said. "Oh, I'm done," Naruto said. "I guess I was deep in thought." "About what?" a girl said. "Well, just my past life." "Come on, these guys want to go to the park and you promise you will come today." "And I will," said Naruto. "Let me just finish up things here." As he packed a few things away in his decks. As the kids quickly jumped on him, 2 of them crawling up on his shoulder, while the rest of them hang onto his arm, and 1 on his leg. "Alright, let's go," Naruto said. As he went towards the window. "Come on everyone," he said, as they all hanged onto him tight, except for the more grown kids. "You guys are no more fun," said Naruto, as he used his creation and created that huge board. As all of the kids sit down on it, as he stand up in the center, as they all fly through the window, as all of them are giggling and cheering, as Naruto created restraints that hold them onto it tight. "Hold on tight," he said, as he flew around the city, as everyone looked up, waving and greeting the 6 Hokage, as Naruto just waved and greeted them all back. "Dad, you're awesome," said one of the girls, as Naruto just looked up on the village that he loved so much, as everything that happened to bring him to this point brought a smile to his face. The Fuhen were striving. Everything was going along well, as he just hoped that things stay like this forever. And yeah guys, this is where it's gonna be ending. I hope you guys enjoy this series, and thank you for all of your help and your support guys. And I told you, don't be too sad because new series are gonna be out soon. And yeah guys, but for now I'm out of here. Peace.